Hello and welcome back to the ARAH YouTube channel, the G.I. Joe Real American Hero Costume Club. I'm your host, I am your founder, Wild Bill. In this video series, we are discussing Article 3, Organization. This is the third video in the series, and we are discussing tactical briefings. What are tactical briefings? Well, it's a nice, clever way of saying club meetings. Yeah, that's just it. It's club meetings, where all the important decisions are made. Okay, I'll just go ahead and read through this. Tactical briefings are meetings that are called into session by the top brass to discuss all club business. This business includes, but is not limited to, day-to-day affairs, overseeing charter rules creation and execution, teams creation, disciplinary action, and so forth. Tactical briefings sessions will be held in a media platform that is easily accessible to all members of Top Brass and will be documented for membership dissemination when and wherever applicable. Any Top Brass member or team leader can call for a tactical briefing into session at any time for any reason that warrants a tactical briefing to be called into session. Okay, so let me go into a little bit about tactical briefings. The best way to describe or to explain what I just read would be to dig up a little dirt of our past, and that is, I'm not ashamed of our history. It's there. It happened. So I try to draw lessons learned from it, for everyone's benefit. Excuse me. But we had a member that we had to ban a number of years ago. I'm not going to name his name or where he was located or anything like that. But the nature of the banning was due to essentially theft. We'll go into all kinds of disciplinary stuff later on down the line in the charter, but the fact of the matter is that he did not honor his end of a trade agreement with another member, and as such, a lifeline was sent out to him to make amends, and he refused, and so therefore we had to ban him. Now, this club, to this date, again, it's March 16th, 2024, we have never had every admin officer position filled. We just haven't. We've never had enough members to do it, or we've never had enough members interested in doing it. And that's just par for the course. What I had to do for that court martial was I actually had to pull members, rank and file members, into and ask them to be involved as what essentially would have been the admin officers in charge of the court martial. At the time, we had a message board, and we set up a special section on that message board and gave everyone who was involved the permissions that needed to be involved in that board. And we had a discussion there. I laid out the information of the case. It was his responses, the allegations against him, so on and so on and so on, and everyone who was tasked to being the judicial panel, they came together in the form of a tactical briefing, and they deliberated and so on and so on. So not teams, but tactical briefings are either discussion meetings for the future of the club, discussion meetings for, like I said, hey, notice this loophole in the charter, we want to amend this, can we get together and, debate this? Teams creation. I'll go more into that in the next video regarding teams. But and like I said, in disciplinary actions. So it's basically where the top brass gets together and discusses issues that involve the club, and whenever possible, we will make those discussions made available to the club membership. Call it minutes, call it whatever, but I mean, what we do is we will try to keep the General Assembly informed on what's going on. We may not be able to give all the details, but like, for instance, when I made the announcement about that member being banned, I didn't post everything that was involved in the court martial. I mean, I didn't post transcripts of the court martial, for instance. Like, I didn't present all of the evidence or whatever. I just said, here was this court martial, here was the allegations, and here are the findings of that court martial, and this is the summary judgment. And then I posted that and gave that to the General Assembly, and that was good enough. That was it. It was enough to show that we in the top brass had done something and we had taken care of business. So tactical briefings is the business end of the administration. So you have an understanding of what tactical briefings are. Any top brass member, any team leader can call them into session to discuss an issue. Why a team leader would call into session is either they have an idea for a rule change, or they need to bring a disciplinary action to our attention. It can be anything, or simply just ask permission to do something. I mean, it could, it's just something like that. So, and we don't have a message board anymore. With the advent of Facebook, we're on Facebook, and Facebook groups have their own chats. And as the owner of the page and the chats, I have the ability to create side rooms. So we could do tactical briefings there on Facebook Messenger. We could do tactical briefings in an email setting. Ideally, when we get the website up and running like I'd like, I would love to have a message board attached to it, and we could do it that way. But I mean, with the way that multimedia platforms are nowadays, it's not going to be difficult to have comprehensive tactical meetings or tactical briefings, and having the information stored somewhere and made available for the General Assembly. So this is running a little long, so I'm going to stop now and call that. That's your tactical briefings. Any comments, questions, or concerns that you have about tactical briefings or anything organizational or club related, drop them in the comments below there. I always read them when I get them, and I always respond. So anything you have, throw it at me, please. That's what I'm here for. I'm your founder, and I'm here to take care of your every need in this club. So, as always, Yo Joe, Cobra, no one is half the battle, and we will talk to you soon. Take care.